Welcome to this guide on how to book and complete the pre-assessment checklist in Proficient from a centre perspective. In this video, we'll walk you through how to book the pre-assessment checklist, provide the required information, and submit it to support the booking of the TQUK-assessed component. As covered in our previous video, completing standard and model verification in Proficient, once the verification process has been completed, the learner will appear within the Assessment Bookings area. A link to this video is available in the description of this video. Within the Book section, locate the relevant learner under Apprentice name. You'll also see the assessment components that require a booking. Depending on the standard and model, these may include the pre-assessment checklist and the relevant centre-assessed component. In this video, we'll focus specifically on how to book and complete the pre-assessment checklist. Select the pre-assessment checklist using the checkbox, navigate to the three dots under Actions, and select Start Booking. The pre-assessment checklist is primarily used to gather the information TQUK needs to support the booking of the TQUK-assessed component. It also allows the centre to confirm that the requirements of the TQUK pre-assessment checklist policy have been understood and followed. On the first booking screen, leave the booking type as normal and click Next. On the following screen, select the relevant assessor from the drop-down. An assessor location or postcode isn't required for the pre-assessment checklist. You'll then need to enter a scheduled date. For this component, this should be the date on which you intend to complete and submit the information within the pre-assessment checklist. For the purposes of this demonstration, we'll use today's date. There's no need to amend the time slot for this component. Once the scheduled date has been entered, click Next. No additional information is required on the following sections, and you don't need to add any booking notes. Continue through these screens by clicking Next. Once you reach the final stage, review the booking information and click Request Component Bookings and Notify. The booking status will briefly display as Processing. Once the booking has been successfully submitted, a green confirmation banner will appear at the top of the screen. This confirms that the pre-assessment checklist has been booked. The next step is to complete the checklist. Navigate to My Apprentices and locate the relevant learner. There are two ways to access their profile. You can select the three dots under Actions and navigate through the profile options, or select the learner's hyperlinked name. Selecting the learner's name provides the quickest route to their profile. From the learner's profile, select Assessment Profile. Within the assessment profile, locate the pre-assessment checklist and click Add Result. Select Grade and then choose Information Complete as the outcome. No additional information is required within the General Details, Feedback, or Reasonable Adjustments sections for this component. Instead, navigate to Questions and Answers. The questions within this section are used to gather the information TQUK needs to support the assessment booking process. Some questions may only be relevant to particular standards. However, all questions displayed within the pre-assessment checklist must be completed before submission. The first question relates to any on-site observation that may be required. Where applicable, provide the full employer site address, including the postcode, along with any relevant information such as parking arrangements. If an on-site observation or assessment isn't required, you should still enter information to confirm this. This field cannot be left blank. For the purposes of this demonstration, we'll enter Test. The next question asks you to confirm that any required reasonable adjustments have been submitted and approved before assessment activity begins. This is a mandatory requirement, so once you're satisfied this has been completed where applicable, select the confirmation box. Next, provide 3 preferred dates for each TQUK-assessed component, along with any dates to avoid and any relevant scheduling constraints. This could include shift patterns, restrictions around particular days or times, or any other information that could help TQUK arrange the assessment around the learner's availability. Please provide as much relevant information as possible. If preferred dates or scheduling constraints aren't provided, TQUK may book the earliest possible date available. You'll also need to confirm your understanding of this requirement before continuing. Finally, you'll need to confirm that you've read and understood the TQUK pre-assessment checklist policy and that you'll adhere to the requirements set out within it. When the pre-assessment checklist was booked, an email will have been issued containing documentation with links to the relevant policies, including the pre-assessment checklist policy and the Gateway to Completion policy. Please review the relevant information before completing this confirmation. For a full breakdown of the Gateway to Completion process, please see our Gateway to Completion video. A link to this video is available in the description of this video. No file uploads or attendee information are required for the pre-assessment checklist. Next, scroll down to the Declaration section. Enter the name of the person completing the declaration and provide the required signature. Before submitting, make sure you also select the confirmation toggle at the bottom of the declaration section. This is an important step and can easily be missed. Once you've reviewed the information and are satisfied that everything is correct, click Submit. Following successful submission, the pre-assessment checklist will display a completed status, with information complete shown within the Results section. The information submitted through the checklist will then be available to the TQUK bookings team. From the date of submission, the team will have 1 working day to use the information provided to support the booking of the relevant TQUK-assessed component. Once the pre-assessment checklist has been completed, the centre can also progress with booking the relevant centre-assessed component when the learner is ready. For a full breakdown of this process, please see our Booking a Centre-Assessed Component in Proficient video. A link to this video is available in the description of this video. Thank you for watching this guide on completing the pre-assessment checklist and booking in Proficient from a centre perspective. If you have any further questions, please get in touch with us, and thank you for choosing Training Qualifications UK.